Hey guys, this is a really gentle little flow just to do if you don't feel like moving that much for whatever reason, or if maybe you've come back from a walk or done some activity and you want to just have a stretch out. It's also nice if you're at a stage where you're quite low in flexibility, you just want to start to gently build up your flexibility, build up your strength, get back to movement. So we're going to start just in a nice comfortable seated position. You could be cross-legged or you could be kneeling, whatever is comfortable for you. Maybe rolling your shoulders, just getting nice and comfy. And you can just settle in here and close your eyes for a moment. Noticing where you are in space. So just noticing the room that you're in. The size of the room. The quality of air in the room, the temperature, any scents, sounds that you can hear. Starting to pay attention to how it feels to be in your body in this moment, noticing your body resting down on the mat, any parts of your body that are in contact with the mat. And becoming aware of the breath as it enters through your nostrils, coming down through the chest, the belly, and then leaving again. We're going to start with some gentle neck stretches, so just gazing all the way down. And then gazing all the way up towards the ceiling. Back to center now and gazing all the way to the left. And then all the way to the right. Back to center, and now just taking your left ear down towards your left shoulder. And if you want a bit more intensity, you can take your left hand and rest it on your right ear. Without pushing, just letting the weight of that draw your left ear down closer to your shoulder, stretching out the neck. And now we do that on the other side, so drawing the right ear down to the right shoulder, and if you want to, right hand to left ear. Staying in the moment during class, noticing the breath, staying with the breath, and linking the breath to the movements where possible. Coming back to center, and we're just going to take the hands, rest them on the shoulders, and we're going to do some shoulder circles forwards, working with your own breath. And then reversing the circles. Now taking the left hand down to the mat and allowing a bend in your elbow as you reach your right arm up overhead, stretching through the whole of the right side body from your hip, which is pressing down into the mat, to your fingertips, which are reaching. And doing the same on the other side then, right hand down, allowing the bend in your elbow, creating a nice comfortable side body stretch. Coming out of that, and we're going to move into Balasana. We're just going to take the knees as wide as the yoga mat and the toes touching, sitting back on our heels and just walking the hands forwards as much as is comfortable for you, feeling a nice stretch, stretching your fingertips forwards, not overdoing it, and exhaling to rest your forehead down on the mat. If your forehead doesn't reach the mat, you can put a cushion under it, and if your bum doesn't reach your heels, you can put a cushion there too. Just staying with your nice, slow, steady breath here. Now taking your hands underneath your shoulders, coming up onto your knees. And we're setting up in our tabletop position. So our wrists are underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. And we're going to do some cat and cow movements. So some spinal flexion and extension. We're just going to drop the belly, lift the chest, looking up on the inhale. And then as we exhale, we're just going to round through the spine, gaze back at the navel. Really working with your own breath here. And just imagining the movement starting from the tailbone and just working their way like a wave up through the body to the crown of the head. Coming back to center when you're ready, and we're just going to do some hip circles. We're just circling your hips out one way. And then the other way. And coming back to center. So from here, we're going to work on our superhero pose. So for this pose, we're really working on having a stability. So we're going to just engage the lower belly, engage our front core muscles, and we're hugging the lower belly up in towards our spine. Take the right hand forward as if you're going to shake somebody's hand. And you can do this and kind of feel nothing because you're just like flopping your hand forward, right? Or you can really focus, really engage, and really work on keeping the two hips level and the shoulders level as well. And then you're getting more out of the pose. Planting that down on your exhale. Now taking your left leg parallel to the floor on your inhale. And again, we're trying to really focus on keeping ourselves level. We're not allowing ourselves to sort of bump our hips off to one side or the other because that's easier. We're trying to do this pose nice and slow and controlled, really feeling it in our bodies. And you don't need to extend the leg up like, woohoo, I can put my leg up really high. No, because then you're allowing your belly to dip and you're working into your lower back. We want to hold ourselves with our core, and you want your leg to be parallel with the mat at most. Let's do the front the same with the opposite hand. So left arm forward again, we're going parallel to the floor, and we're really engaging the abs. Exhaling down, left leg up, parallel to the floor, exhaling down. So you can repeat that again, or if you find that you want a bit more of a challenge, you can go with the right arm and the left leg at the same time. Exhale down. Left arm, right leg at the same time. Exhale down. Let's do one more on either side. Lovely. So now we're going to turn the right foot out so that the right lower leg is perpendicular to the left leg. And take that left leg out long, so you're planting the left sole down but out long. We're going to take the left arm up and in line with the left ear. Now we're getting a lovely stretch through the left side body. So press down into your left foot, especially the outer edge of your left foot, and feel that stretch coming all the way up through the left fingertips. Now here's a challenging part, so just see how you feel. If you don't like this, you don't have to do it. So we're just going to take the left arm down in line with the left leg first of all, and the left hand is going to slide down towards the left foot as we try and use our core muscles to get ourselves up. Vertical. And you can take the left arm then in line with the left ear. A little bit of a stretch through the left side. Sorry, this is right side body. Inhaling here, and then we can exhale, just cartwheeling the hands down, and we're back to our all fours again. We're going to do that on the other side, so I can turn around so that you can see me. And so we're going to take the left lower leg perpendicular to the right lower leg and slide the right leg back, foot planted on the floor. Taking the right arm up in line with the right ear. And again, a nice stretch from the right foot up through the right fingertips. Really trying to use the whole of your right foot. Notice if you're dropping forward in this pose, try to keep the chest nice and open. Inhaling here, exhaling, taking your right hand down to the right leg. And let's really turn on these core muscles as we try and get ourselves up. Left arm now in line with left ear, yeah. Inhaling here, exhaling, taking your hands down to the mat. So we're back on our all fours now. I'm just going to turn this way. And from here, we're going to take the right foot and just step it up between the hands. If that's difficult for you, you can just walk it up like this. Any way that you need to. You can use a hand to help it to get there. Just trying to get that right foot up between the hands. So we're like this. From here, we're going to rock a little bit forwards and back. So we're thinking about how it feels in the body rather than how it looks. So how does it feel for you to rock forwards here? How far do you need to go to feel a nice stretch here in the groin area? Don't push yourself, just do, yeah, that's how much I need. And then as you're rocking back, how far back do I need to go to feel a stretch in my hamstring here and the back side of my leg? So you might need to come up onto your heel and straighten it out a bit. You might be just here with your leg bent and you might already feel something. So just working with your own breath, linking the movement to your breath. Sinking forwards and coming back as much as feels good for you today. Now we're going to plant that right foot, we're going to plant the right hand, and we're going to lift the right fingertips up towards the ceiling on an inhale, and exhaling them back down. Now we're going to step back into our all fours position. We're going to do that same thing on the other side. So we're going to take the left foot up between the hands. If it didn't quite make it there, if you only got it to here, you can just help it along a little bit until it gets in line with your hands. And we're doing the same thing here. Moving with the breath. Only going as far as we need to feel a nice, comfortable stretch. It's supposed to feel good, never painful. Now planting the left foot, planting the right palm, and taking left fingertips up to the ceiling on an inhale for a little twist, and exhaling them back down. Now we can step back and just come to seated. We're going to take the two legs out in front of us. I might go to the side so I can be seen here. So our two legs are out in front of us. We're going to take the right foot and just put it on the outside of our left leg. Going to take the left arm and hug that right knee into the chest. And the right fingertips just go back behind us. And now we're ready for our twist. We're going to inhale to lengthen through the spine and exhale, twisting over to the right. With each inhale, we're lengthening as if we're being pulled up to the ceiling through the crown of our head. And with each exhale, we're not pushing, we're just softening gently into the twist. Again, this is especially one of those poses where you're not trying to push yourself so that you look like you've got a big twist. You're just trying to really feel into the body and notice, how is this twist feeling throughout my body? I want to be twisting here in my lower belly, my rib area, my chest area. How's that feeling? How am I feeling when I turn my head over to the right? How is my neck today? Inhaling back to center, and we're going to take the right sole to the left inner thigh. We're going to prepare here for a forward fold, so we're going to inhale to lengthen through the spine, and then we're going to exhale, just folding forward as much as is comfortable for us today. So you might be here, or you might be folding a little bit more forward. Your belly might be just resting down on your thigh, just relaxing there. And it's not important what you look like, it's how you're feeling in your body today. So if you haven't got a huge amount of flexibility in your hamstrings, if they're a bit tight, then you might want to keep a little bit of a bend in your knee here. See if you can fold a little bit from your hips, hinging your hips forward. And if you have loads of flexibility, you might want to just really straighten out that leg. Flex the foot so that the toes are pointing back towards you. Rest yourself down on your leg. And really, hands can be anywhere. Taking a few breaths here. Softening with each exhale. Let's come back up. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to send the right leg out long. And we're going to take the left sole to the outside of the right leg. Hugging the left knee into our chest with the right hand. Taking left fingertips back behind us. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling, allowing ourselves to soften into a twist over towards the left. Notice if you're putting your weight into your left hand. You can do that by just lifting your left fingertips up and planing them back down again. We want to be working on using our core muscles, like the whole circumference of our core, the back, the sides, the center, for this twist, rather than pushing with our arms. And we're softening with each exhale. Now coming back to center, we're going to take the left sole to the inner right thigh. And we're going to set up for our forward fold on this side. Just turning the torso so that we're facing towards the middle of the right toes. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, hinging at the hips. And when you've come as far as you can, just kind of allow yourself to round your back and just rest out here, relax. Allow your head to feel heavy. Forward fold is a time for going inwards, a time for self-love. Always, if you can reach your feet, a nice opportunity for a foot massage. I also want to say, if you're here and you're wondering why you're not touching your feet, there's many reasons. Some of them are whatever activities you've been doing in your life or recently. And then about 14% is just the way your body is built. So your bone structure, it's 10 to 14% just how your body varies from another person's body. So there's nothing much you can do about that. So maybe try to just be accepting and loving of what you've got right now. And we're going to lie down on our backs now, keeping the knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And we're just going to do a few dynamic bridges, as in we're going to move with our breath. So you can shuffle the shoulders under a little bit. Just keep your hands down by your sides, and we're going to move with our breath. So we're going to peel the hips up off the floor, pushing into the feet, coming up as much as feels comfortable for you. And on your exhale, you're going to come down vertebrae by vertebrae, super slow, inch by inch, until you're all the way down. Moving with your own breath, just do another maybe 3 of these. And then when you finish that, you can take your knees into your chest. Holding onto your knees with your hands, we're going to do some dynamic movements here. So we're going to inhale, pushing the knees away from us. Exhale, bringing them into the chest. Inhale out, exhale in. Sounds like an oxymoron. Now releasing that, and we're going to get set up for Shavasana, our final resting pose. Taking the legs out long, taking the arms down by your sides, maybe separating the legs a little bit so they're maybe as wide as your yoga mat. And the arms a little bit out from your body, so you have this feeling of taking up space in the world, not being small, taking your place. Noticing your breath again, taking a big inhale, sighing it out on the exhale. And just softening with each exhale here. We're going to scan through the body and just notice if there's anywhere you're holding on to any more tension. Noticing your feet, through your legs. Anywhere there you might be holding on to some tension. Just sending an exhale there. Let go. Releasing anything you're holding on to in the front body, abdominals, in your chest. Relaxing your back body. Relaxing your hands, your arms. Releasing the shoulders down to the neck, down to the mat. Softening through your neck, softening your jaw. The head is heavy. And softening the skin of the face, noticing if you're clenching between your eyebrows. Consciously just releasing that bit of skin. And the mantra for today's Shavasana is wonder. So just enjoying this sense of wonder, appreciation, and awe at what our bodies are doing for us. As you're ready, starting to allow some movement into your body. Taking the arms up overhead and then turning onto one side and just taking a breath here. And then pushing yourself up to a seated position. Asana is a way of preparing our bodies for meditation. It's the way of preparing our bodies for daily life, but also for meditation. So we're going to take a moment to sit here. Spine up nice and tall, hands resting down comfortably anywhere you like. Just getting in a position that you're going to be able to hold for a minute or two without fidgeting too much. Closing your eyes. Just noticing how you're feeling. Becoming aware of the thoughts that come and go. Noticing the speed of the thoughts. And noticing the feeling of the thoughts, the energy of the thoughts. What kind of thoughts are they? How kind of emotions are connected with those thoughts. Just enjoying some moments of becoming aware of the thoughts without being closely identified and connected with them. So we're going to be the observer of our thoughts for the next minutes or so in silence. As you're ready then, taking your hands to your heart. We're closing out the practice today. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me. As always, if you have another few minutes, you can just do another couple of minutes of Shavasana or a little bit of meditation and let me know how you get on with this. I would love to hear from you. Thank you. Bye-bye.